Amanda,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just testing because I can hardly hear it. I can hear it a little bit.
Good evening, and welcome everybody. Welcome to the Veve business presentation. My name is Brian Dalmaso, and if you don't know me, I am a silver partner with the company, and it's my honor and pleasure to be able to serve you tonight and present this business model to you. And before we get into that, I just want to give you a little bit of a quick background. My background is about 15 years in mechanical engineering, and then I went into solar engineering and then translated into architecture and construction, and I still have a construction company and some other businesses. This industry really opened up the doors to entrepreneurship for me. Back about, I want to say 6 or 7 years ago, I was introduced to this industry, and it led me towards personal development. It led me to mentor with Bob Proctor, and it led me to develop about half a dozen other companies and revenue streams. So I can't say enough about the industry because it really teaches people the power of multiple revenue streams and building your own economy. And when I was an engineer, General Electric, all of a sudden they closed really, really suddenly, and I'd been there for 10 years, and I only had that one revenue stream. So I was, a little shell shocked with that. So many of you have probably had things like that happen in your life. And again, I can't say enough about the industry and building up multiple revenue streams to create your own economy. So that being said, I'm here to present Veve, which is an online platform. It's a digital platform. And even the tag name, Veve, is Latin for live, right? So that their tagline is live life better. And the Veve company has made a business of providing services for people that genuinely impact their lives, right? So Veve is a technology platform, very similar to Airbnb or Uber. Uber is the largest car company in the world, but they don't own any cars, right? They use technology to connect the dots and to really revolutionize that whole industry of the taxi service all over the world. And they're about a $50 billion company since 2009. It's the same thing with Airbnb. They don't own any hotels, but they book more room nights a month than all the other services provided, including Priceline and Expedia. So they really just use technology to leverage and to disrupt the category. So when you think of Veve, we're very much the same. And the difference is the services that we're using, everybody uses. Not everybody has taken an Uber, and even less people have used Airbnb. But if you look at the services here, who do you know that uses electricity or internet, cell phones, home security, right? Things like TV and satellite radio. These services that we're revolutionizing with our technology, everyone already uses. So the important thing to understand here is what we're doing here, we're not changing a buying habit. I don't have to convince somebody to use their cell phone. I don't have to convince them to use internet. And the fact of the matter is that there's over $60 billion a year being overcharged to people just like you and I on our cell phones and our internet. And I'll give you an example. If you think back, for those of you that have been paying bills long enough, if you think back 10 years ago, we used to have internet bills that were like $29 a month, right? And if you fast forward to today, they're like $229 or $239. Some people over $300 a month for their internet bill and over $300 a month for a family plan on cell phone, right? So these bills have been creeping up and up and up, and nobody's really been checking. We've gotten so used to these services that we need them. A cell phone is no longer a want, it's a need. So we don't have any leverage to really control the pricing, right? Well, that was in the past. Up until now, Veve has come up with a way to negotiate these bills nationwide in all 50 states, right? And we have a professional team of negotiators that has the ability for you to upload your bills, and then we save money. And I'm going to show you how that works. So when we upload somebody's bills, we simply click on our website, whether it's on the cell phone or on a laptop, and we click on the different bills that people have, whatever those may be, and then we take pictures with our cell phone and we upload them to the platform. It's like dragging and dropping a picture onto Facebook. That makes sense? Now, I want you guys to understand, once we do that, our part is done. So all we're doing is piquing interest. Hey, did you know you could save some money on your bills? And did you know that it's free to upload your bills and try? Right? And when we negotiate somebody's bill, the very next thing they're going to get is an email that looks like this. And I want to make sure you guys understand, when we negotiate a bill, we're not changing services, right? We're not changing providers to get a lower rate. We're not reducing services either. And we're not doing anything different with the billings. They get the same bill, right? Same services, just for uploading their bills. and it's risk-free. If we can't save them any money for any reason, they don't get charged, right? The only time we do charge them is when we save them money. And you can see here, this is an email that my dad got. We saved him over $1,200 on his Xfinity bill. I want you to really think about this. My dad's 75 years old and he's on a fixed income. So this was a big deal. And you can see that the email is very, very clear, right? We're going to save you over $50 a month on your subscription, another $25 a month for a loyalty credit. And you can also notice that he got a free upgrade of 339 channels, right? Now here's another example from my realtor. And we saved her a little bit over $1,800. And again, very, very clear. It's about $80 a month on this one bill. She got an upgrade 8 times faster on her internet. And she also got free Netflix, right? So guys, the way that Veve makes its money, and ultimately the way we as consultants make our money, is Veve gets paid 50% of what we negotiate, right? 50% of what we negotiate. So I want to explain to you guys is this is all dead money. Now, what that means is people aren't really able to go out and negotiate themselves. We've had people try, and we even had a case where somebody negotiated $10 off per month, and then we got a hold of the bill, and we were able to negotiate another $70 per month. So there is a skill to negotiating. It's not just a matter of calling up and saying, lower my bill. That's not it at all. So Veve gets 50% of what we save. So if we save somebody $100 a month, we're going to bill their credit card $50. This is also in the commercial world, right? If we were to save a company $100,000 a month, then Veve is going to bill them $50, and you and I are going to get commissions out of that $50,000. Does that make sense? So you can see here, it's very, very transparent. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about this. So guys, the bill negotiation is one set of services, whether it's you, your friends, and your family, or whether it's a pizza shop, or a chain of 1,000 Subways, or a General Electric company. We can do this on the residential level and also on the commercial level. All right, so we can negotiate bills for your grandmother or for your company and anywhere in between. That's the first set of services. The second set of services is something called a pro membership, where we have what you see here is a travel portal. Now this is identical to Priceline or Expedia, except we're not spending the $6 billion in advertising that they do. So we're able to access wholesale rates on things like cars and hotels and golf trips and cruises and things of that nature. And we're able to pay discount prices. And we can also access the same inventory they can. So guys, I travel extensively, usually at least once a month. And on this service, 8 or 9 times out of 10, I can beat everybody else on the internet. There is the occasional time where somebody else might have a better rate, but I'm always just comparing. And 8 or 9 times out of 10, I get the lowest possible rate right here on my own portal. Plus, I generate rewards points for using that. So very, very strong thing, part of being a pro member. And here's an example here. This is when I went to the Aria in Las Vegas for a week. I like to go to Las Vegas on business and pleasure. And you can see here, I paid a little bit over $1,100 for my booking. And I looked it up on Priceline, which was the next nearest lowest competitor. And they were over $1,500. So just this one booking was a $360 savings. And I could go on and on with these because I travel quite a bit. So this is a very, very powerful part of our pro membership, which is another thing that we sell on the platform. Another part of our pro membership is something called Medi-Call. And Medi-Call is great for families with young kids or elderly parents or just big families that frequently visit the doctor if you have prescriptions and things of that nature. It is a Zoom-based video service with a nationwide network of doctors that are available 24/7, 365. Right? So if you're a young mom at home or a stay-at-home mom and your kid wakes up in the middle of the night with an earache, you're able to log on to Zoom. They'll diagnose right there and they'll give you a prescription right over the Zoom and even call it in. So you don't have the co-pays, you don't have to take the next day off of work. Very, very good service for people that are using doctor's visits if you frequent the doctor. Or same thing if you're taking care of elderly parents or even yourself if you have prescriptions. So this is another thing that's on the pro membership. All right, so let me get into our commercial services here. And again, in the commercial world, we also have the bill negotiation, very similar to the residential world. And that's phase 1. We can go in immediately and lower all their phone, internet, cable, TV, electricity, things of that nature. But then we can also do auditing, right? A second phase of a commercial deal is we can go in and we can audit all of their water and their sewer, their electric, their gas, their cable, TV, internet, things like trash removal, magazine subscriptions, cleaning services, right? And this is in all 50 states. And we can lower those bills going forward. But more importantly, guys, we can go up to 4 years backwards and do an audit on monies that they've been overcharged. Think about how powerful this is. We can go into a company and say, listen, we're going to come in here for free. We're going to audit going backward the utility. We're not auditing them. We're auditing the charges from the utilities. Right? Now, the reason why we can do this for free is because over 80% of all the companies in the United States are getting overcharged. So we know 8 times out of 10, we're going to save them money. Therefore, we're going to make money. Right? Now, guys, as a consultant, we get the lion's share. We get 75% of the commissionable volume in the commission from a large commercial deal. And these can be 5, 6, and even 7-figure deals. So this is one thing that really separates us from every other network marketing company, is that we actually have the ability and we have services that go into the 7 figures just on the sale itself. All right, guys. Now, the third thing we have as part of the phase 3 for commercial is we have a whole suite of energy efficiency products, right? So companies that have heating and cooling, if they have walk-in coolers and freezers, we have these little units that we can retrofit on. They don't void the warranty. It doesn't harm the equipment. They're low voltage. They're no moving parts, and it doesn't do anything to void the warranty. And we are guaranteed to save between 10 and up to 30% on the energy usage of the heating and cooling and the walk-in coolers and freezers. I want you to really think about that. These are significant numbers. If somebody's spending $100,000 a year in energy, and we can give them a $10,000 to a $30,000 rebate, right? Or lower their cost by 10 to 30,000, that's significant. And there's a lot of commissions that goes with these as well. So I'm going to give you an example. This was a convenience store chain, little gas store convenience store chain that ended up being 117 locations, right? And we saved the client over $500,000 a year forever, right? These things have a lifetime warranty and they pay themselves off in about 7 to 11 months. So after that, for the lifetime of the unit or the lifetime of the store owner, these people were saving $500,000 a year. And this was about a $60,000 commission for the Veve Life consultant. All right, guys. So I like to say we have everything from 18-year-old kids with cell phones and internet. We can service them. We can build an entire business just on that, all the way up to large commercial energy and trash removal and water and sewer and things like that for those of you that happen to have commercial ties. So we have something for everybody. All right, let me dig into a little bit of how the company was founded. We are a for-purpose company. What that means is we were designated as a B Corporation when we started this company. Cami Bamey elected to have a B Corporation, and you can Google what that is. But basically, a B Corporation is when you're signing up to have the government audit you once a year, and they audit things like customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and consultant satisfaction. And we also have to donate at least 1% of all revenue to empowering communities all over the world. So when you want to understand the history of the company, we do a lot of mission trips and give back trips. We're not just for profit, we're for purpose as well. And speaking of Cami Bamey, our CEO, if you look into her credentials, she was recognized as one of the top 40 under 40 in the nation of professionals before she reached age 30. Right? She's the former chief operating officer of a publicly traded company and the 59th largest direct selling company in the world. So she's got about a decade of experience with her own company in branding and marketing. That's why the branding is so well here. And she also has about a decade of experience in relationship marketing companies and, more importantly, energy-based companies. And you can see here, she's also a member of the White House Business Council on Sustainable Energy. So she's very, very qualified to be leading this team as we go into the future here. All right, guys, so we like to empower entrepreneurs to thrive by making others' lives better. Everything you see on the platform has to do with improving the quality of life, right? We're not just marketing products that nobody needs. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has cable internet. Everybody needs to be paying less, right? There's no sale here. We're just introducing this to people and asking them if they would like to reduce their bills for free, all right? So everything you see here is a business in a box. It's under $200 to start this business, and you get your own personally branded website at the front page, and we also get the ability to upload bills. We get landing pages. We get hyperlinks, affiliate links, all the marketing, all the tools. If you ever wanted to run a trade show or a Facebook ad to a ClickFunnels, every single thing you need is in the back office. We have probably the best back office that I've ever seen inside of a relationship marketing company, because we are a technology company first and foremost, right? One of the owners of the company is our chief technology officer. He is he's a programmer, right? He's a full stack developer in his own right. So he is the genius behind our platform here. All right, so let's get into the different ways you can earn with the Veve business model. Now, we only do two things, right? We enroll a handful of customers, whether it's friends and family with internet and cable or commercial or anywhere in between. And then we help others to do the same. We build a sales team, right? We build a sales team in all 50 states. We just keep showing people this opportunity. And if it resonates, we plug them into a training system and they have their own little business up and running. All right, so there's 5 different ways we can earn. And we can earn upfront commissions, anything from $75 on a pro membership to $150 for a fast track bonus, and all the way up to what you saw was a $60,000 commission for a commercial project, and even higher than that. We get 5, 6, 7-figure commissions for commercials. So we have everything from a little to a lot that are upfront monies as the first way we get paid, right? The second way we get paid is what we call level pay. And level pay, for those who are not familiar, we can sponsor unlimited amounts of people in this business. I can sponsor 5 people, and I'm going to get paid all of them. I could sponsor 50 people, or I could sponsor 50,000 people. This is called a unilevel platform, where we can sponsor to unlimited width, and we get paid on all of those stores, all of those online stores, right? And then we also get paid 6 levels deep. And if you have any questions on this, I'm going to open up for Q&A at the end. But as we show somebody and they show somebody and they show somebody and they show somebody, as it goes all over the country, you're going to get paid monthly residual income on all those cell phone, internet, cable, electric bills every single month. You guys see how that works? And that's a monthly residual income that gets bigger and bigger and bigger every month as we're building out. All right, the third way we get paid is weekly base pay. And weekly base pay takes the place of rank advanced bonuses. If you've ever been in a relationship marketing company, most companies give you a rank advance bonus. It might even be 5, 10, or even 20, might even be $50,000 for a rank advance one time, right? But what we do is a weekly pay raise. And this is just the third way we get paid, right? So at the partner level, you can see here it's $100. Now that doesn't sound like much, but that's $5,000 a year, right? And over a 20-year business, that's $100,000. So you can see that these go up, $250, $500, right? $1,000 a week. Well, that's $50,000 a year. That's a $500,000 bonus over 10 years. You guys see how this works? Anybody that understands math understands you're better off getting a weekly pay raise every single week than you are a one-time bonus. And most companies love to give bonuses because it gets people all excited, but it's not really sustainable income. It comes and goes in a month, right? It's a little bit of a roller coaster. So we use the weekly base pay, and you can see here it goes all the way up to $5,000 a week. We use that to build a sustainable business that you can count on month after month after month. When you build up to these levels, you can count on those paychecks, and it allows you to make decisions in your life based on sustainability. We also have a 96% retention ratio. I want you to think about that. This is a recession-proof business. We don't have products to sell except for the energy efficiency, and those sell themselves, right? They pay themselves off. The last recession we had back in 2006, 7, and 8, people stopped paying their mortgages for 3 years, but they did not stop paying electric, cell phone, internet, cable. They didn't stop paying those bills because those providers will just shut you off. You guys see how that works? So as we get moving forward in the economy here, it's only a matter of time before we have another economic collapse. This business model here is something you can build up to hedge against real estate and things of that nature. All right, so the fourth way we get paid is generational pay. And generation pay takes over after level pay. This is a leadership pay. This is when you're starting to build a bigger business, and it doesn't take long. We have somebody that just got to the partner ranks in 9 weeks, so it doesn't take years to get here. You can do this in weeks. But we start to get paid generation over generation, which could be dozens or even hundreds of levels deep. And this is designed as a leadership pay as we're building our businesses bigger and bigger. And then we have the last way we get paid here. This is profit sharing, very much like I get at the General Electric company. When we get into the partner ranks, the platinum partner ranks, you share 2% of the profits per quarter, right? And we get another 2% at the executive level. So I want you to picture as this company moves towards $1 billion, which relationship marketing companies usually do that in 3 to 5 years. They're taking 2%, right, which is $20 million, and putting it in a pool. Anybody that's a partner is going to get their share of that $20 million, right? So this is, again, this is a leadership way. So we get something up front for people. We have mid-range money. We get high level. We get super high level money. So I think this company's done a very good job of putting this compensation plan together. Now, guys, there's a few different ways you can join us here in Veve. Number one, if you just want to be a customer, it's free to be a customer. Costs you nothing and there's no risk. We only charge you money if we save you money. And I think the average customer right now is saving between $800 and $900 if they upload 3 bills. So that's a good reason to be a customer and test this out. So if you're on the fence and you're like, you know, that looks good, but I want to test it out, then just become a customer, right? Get with the person who brought you, become a customer, try it out. You can see the different options here, but everybody in our business, they really sign up to be a pro consultant. Let me understand why. It's not me trying to sell you into a pro consultant. It's a very low money startup. It's $189 and it's $69 a month. So it's almost nothing to run a business compared to traditional businesses. But what it allows you to do, it allows you to participate in all 5 ways we get paid. If somebody comes in as an affiliate or a consultant, they're only getting paid 1 or 2 ways. A pro consultant gets paid all 5 ways, plus we get the travel portal, plus we get the medical, plus we get tech rescue, plus we get a little app called Outreach, which helps you build your business, right? So the $69 a month, it's not a membership. It's you're a customer. You're getting all these services, right? And then you can see here, we have all of these other amazing things. We have the Veve rewards program, which we can earn rewards for things like trips and sustainability trips and gift certificates and things like that, right? And I didn't think much about this when I first started with the company, the Veve rewards, but I have something like 20,000 points or rewards in my back office. And I believe the Honduras trip's only 11,000 points. So these things are like dollar for dollar. It's not like a credit card where you need 1 million points to take a little plane trip. All right. So these are really solid rewards and solid bonuses here. So most of the people in our team are coming in as pro consultants. And I always tell people, if you're serious about starting a business, that's really where you would start. All right, guys. So I was telling you about the Outreach app. This comes as part of a pro membership. And Outreach is a little app that you can have on your phone. And if you're sitting down with us on a Saturday morning and you're reaching out to people and you're sending, 50 text messages, hey, check out this great new service I have, and you send a link through Outreach, Outreach will tell you when that person watches the video and how much they watched and how many times they watch it. So I want you to think about that. You're building a business, you're sending out links to people, you're asking them to take a look at something, and your little supercomputer here is saying, hey, your buddy John just watched the video, and that's your cue to give him a call and say, hey, John, did you get a chance to watch that video yet? What did you like best about it? So this is a business building tool. This is worth $69 a month itself, right? So you can see there's a lot of value in becoming a pro member. All right, guys, that's a little bit about the company, the services, the product, the background, how we get paid, how it all works. At this point, there's really only 2 options. Either A, you want to become a customer, you want to check it out, upload your bills, there's no risk, get with the person that brought you and become a customer and check it out. Or B, you want to become a pro consultant, become your own customer and start your business and work together. You can see here it's $189 one time and $69 a month. All right, everybody. So what I want to do now is open up for any questions and answers you guys might have. If you're new, if you're seeing this for the first time, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Let me give you the ability to do that. Bear with me. There we go. You guys now have the ability to unmute yourself if you have any questions on anything you saw here.
I have a question.
Sure.
Hey, this is Jazz speaking.
Hey, Jess.
Good evening, everyone. My question is about the medical and the getaway. Do we have to subscribe to those, and those are separate subscriptions as far as price, and it's added?
That's part of a pro membership. So a pro membership, you get 5 things actually. A lot of people don't know this. I'm glad you asked it. As a pro member, you get the travel portal, and you can also introduce that to your friends, and you can give them little links called boomerang links, and they can travel through your portal and save 50% of what you would save. So that's a friends and family type of thing you have. The medical, same thing. It's good for up to 5 people in your family. Now, when you register as a pro consultant, you get some emails and also the Fast Start training or the Fast Start video series. It walks you through. You do need to go into your back office and like register your name and your your medical status. There's some things you guys need to do. So as a pro member, make sure you guys are following the emails.
I have an important question for you too.
Oh, I'm not done answering this one. Hold on. Excuse me. Make sure you guys are getting into your back office and registering for those things. The other thing you get is the outreach app, right? And the outreach app helps you build your business. And the fourth thing you get is something called
the
Tech
salon.
Rescue.
Hey,
This
Leslie's.
There we go. The fourth thing you get is something called Tech Rescue. And that's like the Geek Squad. If you ever get locked out of your computer, your phone, anything technical, even if it's like, I don't know, YouTube, anything technical, you can call this service 24/7, 365, and they'll answer your questions. Now, there is also a fifth thing that we don't mention. Now, this is for the energy states. If you're in an energy state, you get your autopilot electricity subscription for free. Right? So those of you that are in energy states, as a pro member, you're also getting a free, your energy subscription for free. It's usually like $3, $4, $5 a month, but it's another benefit.
How can we assure that we're in an energy state?
It's in the back office, but I can also explain them now. You're in one, so it's Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maine.
New York?
Yeah, New York. So it's mostly the New England states and a couple other scattered states. And we're expanding on the states.
Okay.
All right, guys?
Okay.
So that's a good question. So there's a ton of value as a pro member. And you just need to go through the video series that shows you how to get all set up for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. Any other questions? Going once?
I have a quick question, Brian.
Hey, Bianca, what's up?
Hi, how are you? So I am in the middle of a possible commercial deal, and he had asked me to send like an email, just like briefing him exactly because he wants to show it to his partner. Do we have anything like written up, or is there something that I should?
Yeah, there's some tools in the back office under commercial, and there is
Okay.
a little teaser video. It's like 2 minutes. We also, I have a fairly lengthy email that you can send, and it has some case studies. It has some similitudes. It describes it as brochures. So I can send you that. I can send you that email.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Perfect. Any other questions?
This is Maria Springer. I would like that email also, please, because my focus is, after I talk to a few friends, my focus is on commercials. I have some friends that have restaurants and car wash and stuff. So
Sure.
that's going to be our focus.
Yep, no, that's absolutely fine. So it all depends on what you guys want to do. If you want to focus on commercial sales, that's fine. That's more like a job though, right? And you can get some big commissions, don't get me wrong. But the leverage is building a team. So you can do either or both. But what I would say to you guys, even if you do want to do commercial, don't overlook the power of getting your fast start bonus. Right? That's the building block. And if we're not getting those first 30 points in 60 days, you're not getting your bonus, right? And then your team's nobody's getting bonused, and then the whole thing breaks down. Now I do have teams of people that are building commercially. They're entire teams, and they're building teams of like professional high-level salespeople, and they're really going after the commercial world. So, but each one of them has hit their fast track too. So I usually encourage people, talk to your friends and family, help out. You want to help your friends and family, right? Get the
Yes, definitely.
Perfect. Yeah. To get your 30 points, and then I would still build a team of commercial salesmen.
Okay.
Make sense?
No, yes, we're going to work on our friends and family first.
Perfect.
Just to understand everything first, and then the commercial.
Okay. Now, do I have your email? Who are you under?
Amanda.
Okay, perfect. I'll get this out. Yeah, I'll get this out. You guys, when I send it to you guys, you can send it out to your teams. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Good question.
Yeah, Brian, you've got my email.
Yeah.
This is Jay.
Yeah. And on the commercial email, guys, I'm going to send you an email that's very long. I want you to read it though. Don't just forward it. Do not just forward it, because there's things in there that are talking to you personally that you need to clip out. And I only want you to take the pieces that you think are relevant to your specific commercial client. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Don't just forward the email. Read it, understand what it is, take the pieces you like, then send it, because you don't want to send somebody a book. You want
Correct.
to send them something that's but there's a bunch of case studies and things that'll probably relate to your person. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Sure thing. Happy to help. Any other questions? All good. Going once. Going twice. All right. All right. So for those that are new, if you're seeing this for the first time, you're welcome to stay on. What we're going to do right now is just a little bit of like a 10-minute leaders training. So this is a leaders training. I'm going to be speaking really to P160s and above, but there's some of you that just joined that you're going to be leaders. So everybody's welcome to stay, but this is really, we're going to be talking more about sort of entry-level leadership. And again, so now I'm talking to people that want to earn at least $1,000 a month or more, which is not everybody, right? I always want to say this, don't make my goals your goals. My goal is 7 figures a month. That's not everybody's goal. Most people are not willing to do what it takes to do that. Right, the average person, if you can put $500 in their pocket a month, you're changing their lives. You're covering a car bill. You're easing up the pressure. So I want to be ultra clear. This training is for leaders. So I tend to talk very straight and direct when I'm talking about leaderships, because I'm less concerned of what you think about me than I am helping you grow your business. Now, I hope you like me. I'm a nice guy, but I want to give you the advice that's going to actually help you grow your business. All right. So we on the same page? Is that all fair? All right. So as a leader, right, and I mean a leader in your business, you're running a business, it's not a hobby here. What you want to do is have a certain level of commitment. Part of that commitment is when you sponsor somebody. Like I just sponsored Jazz, and I was very direct and straight with her because she told me what she wanted out of this business. I didn't say this is going to be, all you can do is send a video, it's easy, oh my God, this is so easy. Now there's a ton of leverage and there's no ceilings, right, but it is work. I happen to think it's easy work, but it is work. It does take a weekly method of operation. You need to put on your calendar when you work in this business and treat it like a business. That makes sense? So there's a certain level of commitment to yourselves. It doesn't matter to me what you guys do, but like I said, I'm here to help. So for me, I developed a 5-hour-a-week business model. And if you're enrolling somebody, I would ask them, do you have 5 hours a week? Can you spend a half hour here, a half hour there, an hour on Tuesday nights, and maybe an hour on the weekends? If not, this business is not for you. And by the way, neither is any other business, right? If somebody can't put 5 hours a week, they're not going to be successful. This is, there's no business where you can just dabble in and become a millionaire. Maybe there is, but I can't think of one. Maybe the lottery, I don't know. So we want to be transparent with people, right? So you want to be committed. So for me, that commitment is Tuesday nights. Now, here's the importance of Tuesday nights. And I love, this is growing every single week. And I see a lot of leaders and people that are growing. It's more important than you're on here as a business owner than it is your prospects. Even though I show the business model, it's more important for your education, the repetition of seeing the business model, being able to present yourselves. So it's more important for you to be here than it is even to bring new prospects. Now, obviously, it's nice to bring new prospects, right? So if you showed somebody the business, you showed them the video, if they're curious, say, listen, come to Tuesday nights. We show the business. It's very transparent. There's no BS. We can get your questions answered and things of that nature. So the first thing is committing yourselves, because what I want you to do is think about your business, even if you're brand new. Let's take Jazz, for example. She's brand new. Jazz, I want you to imagine there's 1,000 people in your business already. And that's how you guys should all be thinking. There's 1,000 people in my downline. Right? Now, if they all did what I did today, would that be a good thing? So if you look back today and you did not reach out for a customer and you did not reach out and ask somebody if you're open to taking a look at your business, that would be 1,000 people doing nothing, zero. If you go a whole week and you look back at the week and you say, I haven't shown the business, I didn't get a customer, it's 1,000 times zero. But let's just magnify this. Let's say you just get one customer a week yourself. And you had 1,000 people doing that. That's 1,000 customers in your business every single week. It's 52,000 customers a year. You guys see what I mean by that? You need to, as a leader in your own business, you need to check your own activities instead of just like promoting that other people do stuff. That's not how it works. People follow leadership. The reason why people are following Whitney is because she's out recruiting all of them, including me. Her action is pulling people like a comet in the direction of success, right? People follow success. They follow action. They don't follow words, right? So we want to have that, that commitment and always have that magnifier. What did I do today for my business? Some of that might be just reaching out and helping a downline. If you help somebody in your downline enroll a customer, that's a good thing, because if that happened 1,000 times, right, that qualifies. So it doesn't have to always be your own sale. I do tons of connect calls, and I'm helping my team enroll and register and train other people. That's perfectly fine. That's an activity, right? So we're either signing customers, signing distributors, or helping somebody do the same thing. Those are the only 3 income producing activities we have. That make sense? So as leaders, you want to be committed to that, and you want to have a daily and a weekly method of operation. So as a daily method of operation, you want to reach out to at least 5 new people a day. It takes like 15 minutes. Now, again, let's magnify this. If you had 1,000 people reaching out to 5 people a day, that's 5,000 invites a day. You guys see how that works? Now, if you follow this method of operation, it won't be more than 12 months before there's 1,000 people in your team. If you literally follow this, right? If you do the daily method of operation, if we're training people properly, the things I'm going to mention, you won't get outside of 12 months without having 1,000 people in your team. Now, if you're 30 days in and you're like, oh, I haven't sponsored anybody, it's not working, that's not it. There's a little bit of, there might be a little learning curve. It's a business, right? So the next thing I'm going to tell you guys is you want to have a serious 12-month commitment to this. Don't be questioning yourself 30 days, 60 days in, oh my God, it's not working. That's not business. If you open up a restaurant and spent $250,000, right, you'd just be working harder at 30 days. If you didn't have customers, you'd say, what can I do more, right? So because there's such a low point of entry here, I think people sometimes in network marketing, they say, well, it's only $189, you know? But they don't realize the upside potential, right? If you have a Dunkin' Donuts, the most you can make off of one Dunkin' Donuts is about $150,000. I want you to think about that. Somebody buys into a Dunkin' Donuts, $400,000 for the license, plus they got to do the land, build the building, staff it, right? And there's monthly fees and all kinds of stuff, right? So the most they're going to make is about $150,000 in profit. In a network marketing business, you can get to 7 figures a month. That's not an opinion. It happens all the time. Now, most people don't get to 7 figures a month, right? But you can get to 6 figures a month. You can get to 10,000 a month. Hell, you can get to 3,000 a month. Now, how many people here, 3,000 extra dollars coming in every single month like clockwork would improve your life, right? So we want to think about that. This type of business has leverage and scale and M3 income, right? So we want to understand what it is and give it the 12-month shot. Make sure you're coaching your people like this. If you sign somebody, make sure you're coaching them. Let's give this a 12-month shot together. Now, here's the thing that Rob was teaching in the masterclass over the weekend. He talked about being a responsible sponsor, right? Signing somebody is not building your Veve business. Just signing a pro consultant, that's not building your Veve business. You want to sign them and personally fast start train them, right? We don't want to just send somebody links and hope good luck, here's all the links, here's the videos, and not be face-to-face, Zoom, over a Zoom or belly-to-belly, or at least getting one of us to help you do that. Make sure you're personally fast start training people. And maybe next week we can do is a group fast start training. We can do this in group, right? But if you're not fast start training your people, you are doing them a horrible disservice. And that is on you as a sponsor, right? That's on me, that's on you. Now, once you fast start train them and you hold their hand, you do some connect calls, help them upload their bills, right? Maybe do a couple of appointments with them. Now you've set them up for success. Now it is up to them to succeed. But there's got to be that handoff, right? And I want to show you guys something in your back office. If you're seeing a lot of 0s and 20s in your back office, it means that the fast start training is not duplicating. It means that people aren't even uploading their own bills, right? And what's going to happen, you'll see this very quickly, within about 4 to 8 weeks, you'll see every single one of them dropping off because they don't have any success. Nobody held their hand. There's no check coming in. It's just $69 a month going out. that make sense? So if you want to build a sustainable business, we want to take a little bit more time with people and hold their hand, make sure they understand, give them the videos. We have a very simple thing, and help them sign up their brother and their mother and their friend. Help them get that first check, right? Help them get their money back, and then help them work towards 160. So I like to personally hold people's hand all the way through P160. Right? At that point, I've given them enough. They're plugged into the system. They're making more than $69 a month. They're probably making a couple $100s a month. They have a sustainable business. At that point, I looked them in the face and said, from here on in, I'm here to support you. It's going to be up to you to follow the system, build your business, right? So that's the point where you can hand it off. I want to show you a little bit about tap rooting. Just bear with me for a second. All right, let me just share my screen here. What we call tap rooting is once a week, and I don't take a lot of time to do this, but on Saturdays, I will go into my downlines and I will start to look for people, because every day there's people that I don't know. They get sponsored into my downline, right? So I open it up and I just start looking for new people, and I look to see. So here's a good example, right? This person here sponsored this person here, must be as an affiliate, and is 0 points, right? Now, I've already reached out to this person, and I don't think they're going to do much, so I haven't talked to, I'm not going to keep reaching out. But the point is that I did make that phone call. I did let them know, hey, my name's Brian. I'm your upline. I'm in your upline. Why don't we do a fast start training? And that's what tap rooting is. You're reaching out doing fast start trainings, right? And as we continue down here, let's see. I want to show you a particular case. Let's see. All right, so here's a really good friend of mine, Warner Taylor. Love these guys, Warner and Leslie. They're hustling and busting, rocking and rolling, doing lives, everything. They're doing everything correct. They have a daily method of operation. They're reaching out to, I think, 20 or 30 people a day. They're showing up for Saturdays. They're literally doing everything 100% correct. And because Warner's been going live every day, he did some attraction. So people are starting to come to him, right? And he had a gentleman come to him, and this guy just went bananas right away, right? Let me see if I can open this up. Yeah, this guy went bananas right away. You can see here, he went crazy, not crazy, but he had a method, and he sponsored like, I don't know, 15 people in a week. But what was happening is there was no fast start training. The system completely broke down here, and there was nobody getting fast start trained. So all these people, if I zoom in, you see a lot of zeros, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So those are just nothing. They're dead soldiers. And unfortunately, they've been exposed to the business in a way that's not conducive. And they're going to say, well, that Veve model, that sucks, But what I've done is I've reached out to some of these people, and I think Jerry's on with us here. I just reached out and introduced myself, and I connected with now a good friend of mine, Jerry Zink, and we started working together. And I did a fast start training with Jerry. I connected him to all the top income earners. We've been building businesses. And now you can see Jerry's team is building very nicely, right? You see people with customer points. There's no zeros. You guys see how this works? So what I would say to you is once a week, don't spend a lot of time. For those of you with businesses, open up your tree, start making some phone calls to these people. Just introduce yourself. Say, listen, I'm part of the Veve company. I'm your upline. Have you ever been properly fast start trained? You know about this, you know about this. Now they may tell you, I'm not interested and whatever, and that's fine, but at least you did your part. Does that make sense, guys? We want to breed a culture of people helping people. And I promise you, when you build a business this way, it'll be here 40 years from now, because people feel like they're part of something. This is human to human. This is not just energy bills, right? Does that make sense? So we call that tap rooting. Now, again, don't spend all week tap rooting, but I would say on Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings or something, just open up your back office, look to see if you see zeros or 20s, because if you see that, it means that people are not properly being fast start trained, all right? And anybody needs help with that, I'm happy to do a 3-way call with you. If you find somebody and they're like, wow, this person's hungry, you know, get with me, get with Matt, get with Kenny, get with Ed, get with Brittany. I mean, there's a whole host of people. We'll do connect calls with you and we'll help you educate these people. If you need help fast start, we'll help you do that too. So there should be no excuses because there's no lack of resources, right? We have all the trainings, all the stuff on Saturdays. It's really built for you guys to succeed. So that's what taprooting is. And what I would say is a leader, and again, this is leadership training. 100% of the time, you always want to be part of the solution and never part of the problem, right? Veve is about 2 years old. It's still considered a startup, although we have very strong roots. It's proven out. We're in the black, but it's still a startup. Here and there might be some things the back office might need updating. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, we put in so many bills in Texas that it slowed the system down a little bit, right? Now, as a leader, you want to be what? Part of the solution and not part of the problem. You can either bitch about things or help solve things. Now, this is not network marketing. This is life. Whatever your core company is, whatever you're doing for business, in your family, right? You can either complain about things or you can help solve them, but you can't do both. So this is just more of a life lesson that I've come to learn. It's like we can always be part of the solution or part of the problem. So as leaders, we always want to be part of the solution, because one thing this company has demonstrated, Cammie and Rob and the chief technology officer, Kevin, is that they're open-minded. They listen to us. They actually listen to the leaders, all of us. I've had Whitney on the phone with Cammie for an hour and a half, the CEO of the company, when she was pregnant with twins. We're going to hit speed bumps. Every company in the entire planet has. There's no such thing as a company that doesn't have growing pains and speed bumps. The difference is they listen to us and they respond and they actually ask us for feedback, right? There was a promotion we had a couple of weeks ago. I said, Rob, this promotion is good here, but it's not good here. And this is the type of behavior it's going to produce. I think we should do this. That day he changed the promotion. That makes sense, guys? So as leaders, if you recognize something, right, we want to bring it to people's attention, but we don't want to jump on the bandwagon of bitching, moaning, and complaining, because what happens if that duplicates times 1,000? Then you get 1,000 people just bitching, moaning, and complaining, right? So we're running a business, and that's what leaders do. Always be part of the solution. And the last thing, guys, is promotions. Again, as a leader, there's no question on whether or not you're going to the summit in September. That's not a question as a leader. Now, if you're a distributor, I don't mean just, but if you're a distributor and this is a hobby and you want to make a couple $100 a month, then you probably don't need to go to summit. As a leader, if you're trying to get to 4, 5, 6 figures a month, you book that out. It's in September, you book it, you figure it out, right? We can either make excuses or we can be successful. So that's a non-negotiable thing. And as a leader, what we're doing, again, you want the behavior times 1,000. If you had 1,000 people in your team and you don't go to summit and 1,000 people don't go to summit, right? They're not getting that connection to the CEO. They're not meeting all of us. I mean, we went down to Texas for a week and we just absolutely had a blast. I guess we were working, but we had a blast, right? That's what this is all about, right? It's a human to human business. So if we're not going to summit, we're not meeting the other leaders in the other states and having the human side of it, the fun side of it. So if you don't have your ticket for summit, get it. It's your business, right? I would get it. And then the last thing I'm going to say, guys, now this is for people looking to get probably to 5 figures a month. If you're looking to get to 10K a month or more, seriously, then you're going to go to the GoPro Mastery in Vegas. It's a non-negotiable thing. That's where 6 and 7 figure earners go, right? And we got a whole host of tickets for that. I bought a bunch of tickets. And again, that's really if you're looking to get to 5 figures and above a month, because what it is 3 days of training from the world's best network marketers, right? That's where I met Bob Proctor. I mean, Grant Cardone was there last year. Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki's been there. Pitbull's been there. Like the best of the best of the best. Richard Branson, billionaires have been there. And what you get to hear is these people that are millionaires and billionaires talking and educating about our industry, even though they're not in it. I want you to think about that. Like Bob Proctor is such a huge fan of network marketing. And he said if he was to start all over, he would absolutely start a network marketing company. It's just that it wasn't really up and running and around. He wasn't aware of it when he became a millionaire and went into his life. But his wife, Linda, is in network marketing. All right. So when we go to the GoPro, you get the global belief. It's a $250 billion a year business. And you also get to see like a 24-year-old kid from Nicaragua making $150,000 a month. I can't make this stuff up. Like, this industry has the thing I love about it, it's a level playing field. It doesn't care if you're black or white, young or old, rich or poor. This industry will mirror you, which can be not too fun for some people. It's going to mirror your activity. It's going to mirror how many people you help. And that's why a 24-year-old kid from Nicaragua could be making $150,000 a month, right? There was one kid, I forget his name. I think he was 28 now, but he started 4 years ago. He had 1,500 people in Las Vegas this year from like Guatemala, Mexico, third world countries. Think about that. And he was changing these people's lives by bringing them in front of the experience that we call GoPro, right? That's what you guys want to be doing. And that's promotions. All right, everybody, I got to get going soon, but is there any questions on what I said? And if I was too forward or too straight, I'm not going to apologize.
Be yourself, Brian. I have a question about Summit. What's the rest of the title, the name of it, the complete name?
Yeah, it's in September. If you go into your back office and scroll down, it's always being promoted right there on the front page.
Okay.
It's September 11th and 12th, I think. It's a couple of days. It's in New York City. So, not New York City. It's in a town in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
8 to 11.
Thank you.
And then again, anybody that wants GoPro Mastery tickets, you can just message me, or let me do this too. I'm going to give you guys a link that you can share. Bear with me for a second. I just got to find this link.
Hey Brian, it's Chelsea. I need to pay for my summit ticket. I just realized that.
You need to get it?
Yes.
You probably can contact Rob, because remember at the meeting he had a special promotion. I don't know if you saw that.
No, but I will get with Rob.
I would do that, yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Any questions while I'm finding this link? Just bear with me, guys. What the heck I did with this thing? Here we go. I'm going to give you guys a link for the GoPro tickets. And I think this should work. And you can share this with your team if anybody wants GoPro tickets. The tickets are, whoops, somebody private me. Hold on a second. There you go. There's the link. If you guys click on that link, if anybody wants a ticket, they're about half price, about 100 tickets. They're selling out pretty fast, especially we got a lot of people from Texas going, so those won't last long. But if anybody wants a ticket, it's December 8th through the 10th. It's in Las Vegas. A lot of us are going to take that whole week and have an absolute blast because it's Veve in Las Vegas. And if anybody needs tickets or anybody in your downline, just grab that link and have them put a note in there and go ahead and click on that. And then when they submit that, I can get them all squared away. All right, everybody, I got to run to another webinar. Hopefully you got some value out of that. We'll see you guys next week. And this is recorded as well, so we'll have the replay if you want to play this with your teams. All right, make it a great week. Be well, and God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. God bless
Brian. Have a
everyone.
great night.
Good night.
Everybody.
Thanks, Brian.
Bye, multimillionaires.